We have over 1,300 registrations from 45 different countries. The greatest number of registrations outside of Korea comes from Japan, with 151 people, and China and the United States, with 98 and 82 registrations. The total number of participants who have come here from outside of Korea is 620.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the faculty and students of Sookmyung Women's University, I express our heartfelt welcome to all of you here today at the world's largest music therapy conference in Seoul, Korea. Just as with other disciplines, the field of music therapy has evolved and developed during its 26-year history since the first inaugural conference.
Pleased to welcome colleagues from all over the world to the first World Congress of Music Therapy to be held in Asia. Many of our Asian colleagues and students have spent time abroad and are well informed about our Western philosophies in music therapy. In a culturally diverse and global world, it is time for us to learn about Eastern philosophies in music therapy and experience the rich musical heritage and contemporary music of Asia. From University in Canada, Anna Christina Steckel from the University of Applied Science in Heidelberg, Germany, Hee-Sun Kim from the Colorado State University, United States, Kirsten Gosch from the University of Oxford in Germany, and Friederike Hasenberg from the University of Wilhelmshaven, Germany. We're going to get started with our spotlight sessions this morning. The spotlight sessions are a new addition to the World Congress of Music Therapy, so I would like to tell you a little bit about it. When we were thinking about preparing the Congress, we were thinking, who would we invite as a special speaker? As we like to collaborate and include as many colleagues as possible, we then decided to invite 16 renowned music therapists whose expertise spans over generations and the World Federation's 8 regions. The themes of our spotlight sessions you're going to see every morning from 9 to 11 a.m. are selected by our Asian colleagues, and there are, so to speak, hot topics here. So that's what we wanted to honor and bring in those experts on those topics.
It's wonderful to see such a full room and so many eager faces. The field of medicine is very diverse. And we know as music therapists, the work that we do is very diverse. So in order to get a strong sense of the practice of music therapy and medicine, we draw upon our collective. So we have a wonderful collective panel here for you today to gain a greater sense of the practice of music therapy and medicine. Dr. Tomeno is internationally known for her research in the clinical applications of music and neurological rehabilitation. She has lectured on music therapy throughout the world and has been featured in the media and literature such as An Anthropologist on Mars.
And also in development. One of the important things about memory and in the context of learning and music is that music, the structure of music, allows for a connection, a meaningful sound that someone can relate to. How many of you work with young children? Those words are left out in the context of singing. We're actually priming and cueing recall of words. So, you know, a familiar song like Happy Birthday, if you would say Happy Birthday to people would normally sing you immediately. And then that you is actually a primed word that aids to other type of word.
We brought this music therapy to Austria. We adapted it with the concept and tried to translate it. The idea of resonance and the idea of regulation and synchronization were main topics which we worked on. So the next step was to get the recognition by Austrian law, which we achieved, and of course by the medical doctors, which again we could do.
Best practice approaches whatever best practice is, and I guess I have a great interest in the evidence about music therapy and the evidence underpinning our work. Of course, we've just heard and observed some very compelling evidence using clinical examples. And given that this symposium is on music and medicine, I guess I'm coming from an angle of working in medical settings. Every day, we as clinicians see the evidence for what we do through the clinical work. However, I think many of us know how difficult it is to convey the evidence for what we do to the medical establishment, to funders, to regulatory bodies to recognise our profession.
First, I want to thank everybody at the WFMT for your hard work preparing for this Congress and this opportunity to deliver a presentation today. The title of my presentation today is Music Therapy in Korean Integrative Medicine. Generally speaking, medical practice is divided into conventional, chem, and integrative medicine. The term conventional medicine designates Western, mainstream, orthodox biomedicine, and it is provided by doctors with MD degrees, nurses, and health practitioners.
2018. So there are many first ones. So special Winter Olympics in 2018 in Korea.
Up in the air I fly, zoom, 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 zoom. Up in the air so high, zoom, 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 zoom. Learning, that's what it's all about. Petra did pose us some wonderful, challenging questions. And this is a wonderful question. She asked us, where does my passion for music therapy and special education come from? I've been lucky enough to live a life rich in music making and learning. I come from a family where music and learning are deeply valued and celebrated. And I've been able to pursue these passions in my work as a music therapist, community musician, and as a teacher. I have a deep fascination with learning, my own learning and the learning of others.
And I'm thinking right now that it might be nice just to sing in the pentatonic. We've heard so much beautiful music in the pentatonic at these performances, and the combination of Western and Eastern is just so beautiful. So just as a warm-up, let's just sing in the pentatonic. Here are the notes, and you can make the decisions about what notes you want to play. I think you all know that the work started in 1959, and in 1974 it was established at the London Centre. It's kind of the flagship. Then there's pictures from Australia. So, music-centered music therapy, that's where we're coming from. The dynamic form of music is rich in expressive qualities, such as rhythm, phrasing, melody, dynamics.
I'd like to tell you guys about a little bit about me. Actually, I was a classical pianist, and I have been playing piano entire for my life. And when I decided to study music therapy, I kind of seek for something music-centered music therapy. And that's why I had a training in Northrop Robinson music therapy, and I had worked with Alan and Clive back in 1998. Since the first music therapy graduates started to practice in Korea, it's in late 1990s. And children with special needs became the most common population in Korea.
Not because I don't love to sing, but I cannot do this song justice, I'm afraid. So better that I let someone else impart that. I have to tell you, I'm such a softie, and so every time I hear this song, I'll never forget the moment sitting in the theater seeing this show live, and when they sang the song, I'm just bawling, crying, because it's such a moving, the music is so moving, and the message is so moving. And I chose this song because I think what we do every day is this. Makes me a little, get a little sentimental. I think about the people that we work with and what they're empowered to do. So, a good song to start off with, perhaps.
Thank you very much. to call this meeting now to order at 1:03 p.m.
We also have a standing rule within Robert's Rules of Orders, and we do that because of the short time frame that we have, that each individual can only speak once to each discussion point or topic, and that we need to be brief and concise with our comments so that we can get accomplished what we need to get accomplished in the short time frame that we have. If you have questions about that at some point, don't hesitate to ask, and we'll navigate ourselves through this together, because Robert's Rules of Orders are something that we all do on a daily basis. But we'll work to navigate that. But we do need to keep to speaking once to each discussion point and keeping it brief and concise.
Thank you. Congratulations to the new World Federation leadership. So, the president is Dr. Choi. And I really am very, very happy that you continue, because I know Dr. Byungchuel, after this 3 years working with him, that he will take the responsibility, and he has the organizational talent as he demonstrated here at that Congress, and he has the vision and the spirit of community and giving freely to everyone worldwide. So I strongly believe that he will continue in the spirit of the World Federation and in how we actually, and our founders, I should say, set it up. So I'm very happy. Can somebody count?
1, 2, 3.
Is the light look okay?
Good.
The third of the spotlight sessions on topics that have been selected by the Congress organizers as important for the future of music therapy. I'm a professor of music and direct the music therapy program at Elizabethtown College in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania in the United States. I've had the pleasure of working with these 4 experts for just about a year now. We started preparing for this spotlight session way last summer.
It's quite an honor and a privilege for me to be here with you all this morning. One doesn't get a chance to share with the world very often, so I'm delighted to have this opportunity to be with you. I've been in the profession, as Dr. Barron said, for over 30 years, and working with older adults has been my primary interest and passion during that time. So what I'd like to do is just begin with a very brief overview, looking at aging in the United States. Like many other places in the world, we are experiencing an aging boom. I am part of that generation in America that's called the baby boomer generation. Those of us that were born right after the Second World War, from about 1946 to 1956, 57, in that age. So we are all beginning to reach these golden years. So we're seeing a tremendous increase in life expectancy, fast-growing population.
And it was very close to my home. I could actually go there by bike. And I thought, well, this is nice, but I don't know anything about this elderly population. But I got the position, and I really came to like this job and to see how with the music, it was like pressing a button, and then you really could see the identity of this person when you use the music. And then in the end of year 99, I suddenly got the possibility to do my doctoral research. And of course, in a gerontopsychiatric ward, we have a huge population of different problems. And at that time, it's 15 years ago in Denmark, in Northern Europe, people with dementia, especially those with frontal lobe damages, or where you really see agitated behavior, they came to these wards. And this has changed during the last years. Now they would go more to special units where you have people with dementia together. So the focus for my research was dementia, and especially people with moderate to severe dementia. So that's where I'm going to focus now on this.
I want to thank Petra and the Commission, the World Federation for Music Therapy Commission, and organizing committee, and everybody else for this wonderful Congress. It's certainly a pleasure for me to be here and to be able to share with you the little data I have on music therapy practice in gerontology in Spain. Before I really start with my paper, I feel I need to tell you a little bit about my background and why I decided to present on this topic. I knew it was a challenge when I decided to do it, but I think it will give you some information on the characteristics of our country, how our profession is developing in our country, and also what goes on in terms of music therapy. I will tell you that it's really nice after listening to all my colleagues to realize that we all move along and we seem to follow the same paths. Some people go beyond or some people go behind, but we seem to follow the same steps no matter where we are.